Now, there's a lot of fear-mongering that's coming with Corona. I have heard people say that 5G is going to kill us and that 5G is going to spread the virus. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories going around, and then I've heard people say that they think that these are the end times. That prompted me to go and have a look at what the Bible says about the end times. The first place to go to is Revelation, right? Well, not really. The very first few verses of Revelation says to us, this is a revelation of Jesus Christ, and that the book is written to the 7 churches. Now, if you want to go see what happened in the end times, I suppose the best place to start with is Jesus, because he says some very clear things about what happens in the last days. And if you want to understand the Bible, you take those things and you interpret them according to what Jesus said. Now, the Bible talks about the last days. Joel says in the last days that God will pour out his Spirit. And that happened in Acts 2. So since Acts 2, we've been living in the last days. And then Jesus talks about the events of the final days. Now, the final days, Jesus says it's like a fig tree. When he pushes out its leaves, we all can predict that summer is here. Now, when you see the signs and the events, you can know that we might be in the final days. I've written them down. I'll quickly read them to you. He says there will be false messiahs, war, earthquakes, famine, plagues, terrifying things, miracles, events, miraculous events. The sun, the moon, and the tides will confuse people. Jesus also said in the last days, before the Son of Man returns, it'll be like in the days of Noah. Now, in the days of Noah, people actively revolted against the will of God. And they were making fun of Noah because he was building an ark. And the problem with people today is we want to understand all the things that are going to happen. There's a mystery about it. And we also want to be right. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because we want to tell people that, you see, I've warned you, we were right all along. You can carry on today like all the other people are carrying on, and you can predict the rain. But if you don't build the ark, it's not going to help you. I know sometimes we want to do things and say stuff and investigate things that help us a lot to understand the events of the future. But the problem is, it's not about if you are right. It's about if you are ready. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready should Jesus come back? Are you ready if this is the end of the world? Or are you ready if you're going to die? Whatever event comes first, are you just a predictor of rain, or are you a builder of arks? Are you a builder of an ark because you are doing God's will, or are you a predictor of rain because you want to be right? I'd rather be ready than right.